the soft launch in November, you know that this bench wasn't done, the room wasn't painted, there was still stuff on the walls, the floors weren't complete, I think the step wasn't complete, we had to make sure nobody fell through the step. So we wanted to do a soft launch just to let you know we were here, but when Alicia and I were talking about when we would dedicate this space, Martin Luther King Day, which is an amazing day, came up, and then it was just a perfect day for the numbers. January 20th, 2020. And so 2020, most of you know, if you wear glasses and you have contacts, that's clarity, vision. And so I know everybody's saying, hey, it's a year of clarity, it's a year of vision, it's a year of this, it's a year of that. Get your prescription, make sure you're on point. But also, you know, for me personally, anybody knows I played basketball, my number was number 20 playing basketball. So every jersey I wore was number 20. So that's my number, just to be real with you. However, it's not about me at all. It's about this community and it's about justice. And so Martin Luther King, to me, and probably many of you in this room, has been one of the most inspirational individuals that has ever, that we've been blessed to have by God, to be a leader in this world for justice and for righteousness, and to teach us how to care about people. Not a certain race of people, not a gender of people, but just people in general. And so today means so much. I know the march was amazing today. The services today have been great. And thank you for all of those that came here today, that left whatever you were doing, and I'm sure you have other things to do today in honor of Martin Luther King, but we're very thankful that you are here. And so out of respect for Martin Luther King Day and our community, we do want to play the Black National Anthem. So if you're able to stand while we play that, and we'll play it, and if you want to sing along with it, you can. But I'm going to play it on my phone, so we're going to go from there. So here we go.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling stream. Sing the song full of the faith that the darkness has taught us. Sing the song full of the hope that the presence has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Well, today I want to focus on a letter that was written from Martin Luther King from one of the Birmingham jails. And in there he invoked the scripture that many of you may know in the Old Testament, Amos chapter 5, verse 24. But let justice roll down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. So Martin Luther King was saying, no matter what we do, justice must roll down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Amos was a prophet in the 8th century before Christ, and he charged people to realize that a nation, I would say a city, Nashville, is only exceptional by the measure of how it cares for the least and the lowest members of society. Amos, the prophet, said, and Martin Luther King has also continued to invoke, and if you read and you study, and you'll know that our community needs to really be based on some basic principles. And those are number 1, justice. And number 2, fairness, which is the regard for others. That every man will afford his help to another in every want or distress. So the Music City Community Court is dedicating this courtroom here today because we were created just for that. We were created just for that. We're created for justice and for fairness. Our mission is to create initiatives focused on preventative, restorative, and diversionary justice centered around the concept that justice does not stop at the courthouse steps. But I would also say it doesn't even start at the courthouse steps. Our vision is charged to do all that we can to help break the playground to prison pipeline, to restore and rehabilitate lives by using our power and our resources to help marginalized people. We're the It City. It's time that we do something different. I'm glad that we are following the model of the first community court ever created in 1993 in Midtown, New York. So I believe that we're the 69th community court in the nation. We're the first in the state of Tennessee. And we're the first community justice center in the state of Tennessee. But I'm glad that this model will be one that will be shared around communities to serve just like us.
This community that we were going to go hard or go home. And that's what you see today. Partnering with Judge Rachel Bell, we have gone hard. And it's official. Because you joined us on Martin Luther King Day to push this community forward just a little bit more. Every day, my staff and I, we come in and the community is first and foremost. My director, she likes to say, we give fish and we teach people how to fish. Now that we do every single day, but it was just one missing piece that we needed. We needed some steady and sturdy justice. We needed someone that would pick up the baton and run with it all the way to the courthouse. So when Judge Bell called me, I will never forget it. She said, I'm ready. It's time. It's time we push Bordeaux. It's time we push North Nashville into a whole other era. So with this dedication being on Martin Luther King Day, our drum major for justice, with it being so close to Black History Month, this symbolizes people who are committed, still committed to the cause. We know the struggle continues, but sometimes it's hard to see where the work is happening. And if you want to see where the work is happening, you come to Magruder. If you want to see who's doing the work, you look at Judge Bell. You look at in places like Magruder, where we partner with nonprofits that come and fight for justice every single day. So what we see now, what we see today, is just some hard work by some hardworking people that has not forgot where we've come from, but also recognizes where we're going. And we're going somewhere. North Nashville is going somewhere. And it's going to take all of us to do it. And so I just want to say publicly, thank you. Thank you for pushing this community forward. Thank you for partnering with people like us that bury our heads right down in the work. And we keep going and we keep pushing, but we need someone like you to help make this happen. So thank you for coming. Remember where we are and remember what we're doing. Because we're not doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for everyone in North Nashville. Thank you.
Allowing us to come into the space and be one of your resources, along with everybody else. Now I'd like to turn it over to Congressman Jim Cooper, who has a proclamation or resolution to present to the court.
Thank you, Judge. Of all the many reasons to be in a courtroom, this is the happiest one. You heard her say it's the first one in Tennessee, or one of the first in America. The need is there, but the need hasn't been filled yet. until Judge Rachel Bell came along. And see Magruder Center and this wonderful leadership and the help of Catholic Charities. And this is one room in one building, but miracles can happen here.
That's right.
We who are here today, and I'm sorry I missed the soft opening, but this hard opening is pretty awesome. We have the opportunity to see history happening right before our eyes on MLK Day. And I didn't know all that 20 stuff, but as a nearsighted person, I appreciate 2020. To be on the right side of history should be everybody's goal. And Dr. King said the moral arc of history is long, but it bends toward justice. And that's what this room, that's what these good people are all about. It's happening here, it's happening in Nashville, it's long overdue, but we are witnessing history, and I'm sure quite a few miracles.
Hey, I remember when I first went before the mayor's office several years ago when they were doing the public investment plans. And I called Jim and I said, hey, I want to create a community court. I want to see if the city will support it. I've got to do a public investment plan presentation. You think you can support this as your, District 5 representative? He said, where's Congressman? He said, yeah, I'll come. So he was sitting up there with everybody, and Warner House was sitting up there, and my probation team was sitting up there, and I did my presentation before the mayor and the council. And they said, oh, not yet, we're not ready, we don't have funding. And I said, well, okay, all right. And so, but Jim said, just keep going, it'll happen one day, but I'm in full support of it. So I'm glad that you're here today. I really, really do appreciate that.
Thank you.
My mentor, the person I picked up the phone and literally put this program together, I said, I've never done a ribbon cutting ceremony before. I've been to them before. Brenda, what should I do? And she said, well, you probably want to do a welcome, and then you probably do some proclamations and resolutions, and then you probably want to do a courtroom dedication with a prayer, and then we'll do the ribbon. So I said, okay, I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to put the program together. So Brenda, I really just like, she's a phone call away. Being raised in North Nashville, I always could look at somebody and see she was somebody I wanted to be like. She was a leader. She was always looking well. She always spoke well. She held herself with high regards. She was a God-fearing woman, which I've always really admired. And she means what she says, and she's always shown up. She has always shown up. And I tell her all the time, I said, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to continue to be as busy as you are 20 years from now. I'm like, oh, God, my mom, dad, and you, like, what kind of water were y'all drinking? Y'all are everywhere, and you show up for everything, and you look like you just are amazing all the time. You never look tired. And I said, whew, please tell me. She said, well, just be patient. Everything's not going to be perfect. Just do the best you can. And now we're going to turn it over to State Senator Brenda Gilmore.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
It's just such an honor to be here. I'm just so proud. Whereas Judge Bell developed a pilot project to establish the General Sessions Music City Community Court, Division 8, which focuses on preventive, rehabilitation, and restorative initiatives to move the needle for marginalized people. And whereas the Music City Community Court began conducting Saturday dockets in 2014 with expungement clinics and resource fairs held in the community, and partnered with the Tennessee Administrative Office of the Courts and the Tennessee Supreme Court Faith and Justice Alliance Initiative in 2016. And whereas the same year, Judge Bell became the first active judge certified with the National Safety Council to teach Alive at 25, where 2 years later, the Music City Community Court was awarded the Department of Justice Community Court Implementation Grant to launch the CARE Divisionary Program, which focuses on creating avenues for restoration and empowerment. I, Randy McNally, Speaker of the Senate of the 111th General Assembly of the State of Tennessee, in conjunction with the undersigned, do hereby proclaim that on this occasion, of the courtroom dedication at the Bordeaux North Community Justice Center, we honor and commend Judge Rachel L. Bell for her meritorious service to the state of Tennessee and its citizens, and extend to her our very best wishes. And is proclaimed in this city on this day, signed by Randy McNally, Speaker of the House, and me, Brenda Gilmore, State Senator. So with the authority granted in me, we declare today is the Judge Rachel Bell Day.
All right.
Thank you for the resources that come out of this building for the disenfranchised. Thank you for those who need to be set free and let justice flow down like a mighty stream.
Oh, yes.
Today in Bordeaux, North Nashville, 37208, it becomes a reality. Dr. King had a dream. Today, part of this dream is being manifested. Lord, it doesn't stop here. This is just the beginning. Lord, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, and hearts have not felt.
1, 2, and 3.
All right.
Okay, so everybody on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Alicia, Haddock, and her team are going to show you around some of the resources that are open today.
Leslie, we're here today for the dedication of the Bordeaux North Justice Center with Judge Bell. And I've been working with Judge Bell on the expungement clinics and for about the last 4 years, since 2016 when I was in law school, and I've kept that up for the last several years. And excited to be here today with her and all of her accomplishments and helping her to move forward on the steering committee for the Justice Center. So we're excited about that today.
And I'm John Baxter with Nelson Mullins. Pretty much the same story as Billy. I got started in expungement clinics pretty much as soon as I got out of law school in 2016. And have just been excited to watch this program grow from what I saw as an expungement clinic every now and again. Now we have this dedicated space, and we're working on the steering committee together to try and push Judge Bell's mission forward and her vision. And she's been a fantastic leader in all this, and we're just excited to see where things go.
A minute exactly, guys. Perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. That's all I
Thank
needed.
you.